All right, all right. We're back. All right, guys. Welcome back to. Check those out real quick. Welcome back to twitch.tv/GameGeekStudios. Welcome back to Lure Game Development Stream. Today is a very important day because today is, at least hopefully, the last day of our development of the Lure demo. And by that I mean the last day that we're going to be streaming development of the demo. So today, oh, I did not update the text. Give me just one moment. There we go. Finishing first quest plus smiley face. That's what we're doing today. Just gonna put that in place. There we go. Everyone hear me all right? So today, first of all, we need to go ahead and finish the actual first quest. Just give me a minute. We finished the actual first quest, so the way we're doing that is, well, at least right now, if we go and hit play, you'll also be hearing the soundscape created by the wonderful Debenster123 playing in the background. You should be hearing it. We'll just go ahead and hop through over to the Origin Island is what we're calling it right now. We hop through that portal, that leads to the end of the game. That's not what we want, because if we look back at the original post, which I'll pull up in just a moment. Just gonna rush over here real quick. Drop in some frames. Oops. King Cause, welcome back. Oops, can't jump up there. Let's jump up over here. So right, if we're just going to jump to the portal, it leads to the end of the game. That's not what we want. We want it so that if Zuck over here hops to the portal, that leads to the end of the game. So that's what we're going to fix right now. So what we want to do is, first of all, the issue we were running into last time, if we just go ahead and run this once more. We go ahead and bring Zuck over to the boat. He does hop in the boat. If we go ahead and take him over to the other side, go over to the dock, the other dock, real quick. Zoom right on over. Right, so if we do go ahead and zoom on over into the boat zone, and we do click on Zuck, he does teleport over, he does get out of the boat, but then he just kind of gets stuck here, you know? So that's not what we want. We want him to continue following us. So we're gonna fix that. And let's go ahead and take a look at the, I don't believe it's this one, no, it's the character controller. We want the NPC controller. There we go, test NPC follow. Alrighty. Believe I might just, luckily it looks like I'm just a dum-dum here. And it should just let me, let's see. It's possible that one line of code is all we need to know, is just not really paying too much attention when we wrote that last time. Uh, Hopefully this should let him actually follow us again. Because what it was doing is every single frame updating his position to actually go to the position of that zone, the boat zone right there, that little place where he was floating the other just a couple seconds ago. Um, it could just be the case that I forgot to make him do that only once and then stop teleporting there. So let's see if that fixes it real quick. I really should have some debug buttons that just kind of brings this game state to where it is right now. But let's go ahead and get him over there. He teleported, then he teleported right back. So let's fix that as well. He did get out though, so that's, let's see. This is once again spaghetti code, but that's fine. We're going to make another decoy. Decoy 4. If boat enter, because boat enter is still true. So, well, let's see. Can we just make boat enter false over here? And that'll solve our issue for us. Boat enter equals false. And we'll get rid of this fourth decoy. And by decoy, I just mean like, because that one central loop always loops every single frame, I have it so that it sets it to true in the beginning, that bool value, it sets it true, and then it will set it to false immediately after it executes. And that way it'll only run once instead of every single frame. But this should also work to just go ahead and make that one variable false instead. How are we all doing today? Y'all do anything interesting? Oops, that's not what you want. Where did he go? Hey, there we go. Zuck is following us. Seems to be having a rough time doing so, but he is following us. Very neat. Very neat indeed. Can he come up here, though? That's the question. Good, nothing interesting? Hey, that sounds good. Nothing interesting, nothing bad, nothing good. That's just fine in my book. So we might want to conform the... you know, the actual landscape to accommodate Zuck over here. We could also ease off on the restrictions when we're actually baking it. So we can give him a max slope of something a little extra, so maybe like around 60, for example. Step height, make that a little increased as well, perhaps 0.5, for example. And then we'll just go ahead and bake it once more. We go hop back over to the other island real quick. Let's see, what's a good way to get over there? Dock 1. You see, there's all these patches where he can't get to. We want to let that rebuild so that he can get through a little easier. So see, he'd run into trouble up here. He's already running into trouble down here, just getting up this initial slope. So we want to ease off on the restrictions so he can climb up a bit faster, a bit easier, not make it as hard for him. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of that too. Not too much interesting going on. I took a test today from my economics class. Well, I did take it today, but I had until Sunday. But basically, look at all these fantastic notes I took. All these great notes. Did the review packet a couple times. Just really making sure I knew all the material. And then I go in to take the test. I took it online. Yeah, that's a lot. Like, take a look at that. Fill the whole paper because we got one cheat sheet. I was able to bring this one piece of paper with me. Filled out all of this. And you know what? That test, the entire thing, word for word, was just the review packet. And since I took the review so many times, I just knew all the answers. So, there's that. I don't feel like I wasted my time at all. Not one bit. Now, apparently, I was in the group chat with some other people in the class. I'm like, hey, did anyone take the test yet? They're like, no. They're all waiting until Sunday so they get the most studying in. And I'm like, well, it's interesting. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm like, at least it probably did well since not nothing new, nothing ventured, nothing gained. It doesn't suck that much. It's pretty good. All things considered, that's a pretty good uh, outcome. Yeah, this building the navigation always takes a while. I wish we could. Is there a way to just bake it for one area? Because that would be great. Cause see, look, he can get over this entire area, which is what we need, because the portal's right on the other side. But look, he can't get down the other edge. See, he'd have to drop down there. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Suppose we could bring him over around the edge this way, but then he can't get out because we have a very specific area that he can get out from the dock. So that's another situation. We basically want him to be able to traverse anything we can traverse. So the max slope, we do have a max slope set for the player. I believe it's 50, if I'm not mistaken. Max slope for the player. Slope limit is also 45. So yeah, that's excuse me. So that's 45 for the players. So we'll make it 60 just so you can get to places a bit easier. Wow, this takes a while. In the meantime, let's talk about why the go live notification is this is it. So I did mention it at the beginning, but this will be the finale or some sort of the streamable content of development of the lure demo. What I mean by streamable content, I mean we are rapidly approaching the point at which what we want to show you before the demo releases is basically the same as we've basically shown you as much as we want to show you before the demo releases, or at least very close to it, because we do want there to be some surprises for you when you play the game. So, to compensate for that, we are going to be stopping lure development streams. In the meantime, however, we are going to be continuing full time development outside of streams, but we do want to show you guys something. We still want to continue the weekly streams. So there's going to be a poll going, I believe, in the Discord on what you want to see in the meantime. It's not going to be your next major game. It's going to be very small, similar to what you saw in the game jam, just with a lot more time. And yeah, we just kind of want to see what you guys want to see. We do have some ideas. I'm going to pull something up real quick. Let me actually put this on the other screen so I can draw it out first. Actually, no. Let's keep it over here. So, basically, here's what's going on. We are going to, well, this is not going to be our next project for streams. It can be. We've got options basically. We want to know what you want to see, the viewers out there. So let's say you're dropped into a giant map, custom made map, with a bunch of other people, right? Battle royale style, except you're only going after one person. You get a randomly selected target, and no people have to like. You'll only be targeted by one person, and you only have one target. So, uh, here's you. Drawing with the mouse. Don't judge me. And your target, right? Basically, the main quirk of the game is that everyone in the map is very slow. They don't move very fast at all. And the way that that changes is when you're facing the correct direction. So if you're facing this direction, you're not going very fast at all. If you're facing this direction, your speed is noticeably higher. So your movement is like a compass. So and you're also like if you're over here and you're facing the correct direction, you're gonna go even faster. So the closer you are to your opponent, and the correct direction, the closer you are to the correct direction you're facing, you'll be moving significantly faster, and that just kind of helps you find who the target is because you're not going to be told who the target is. You just kind of have to kind of figure it out based on how fast you're moving. So that's one idea. Wow, that's taking a while. Oh no, that's 0% done. Well, you like that one? I'm glad. We came up with that a while ago. Should be in our long-term channel. But yeah, we definitely want a time to work on that, and that could be now if you guys want. It's gonna be interesting. I've never worked on like a online multiplayer game, um, so I think it'll be quite interesting. Okay, let me see if there's a way to just do this for certain tiles instead of everything. Okay, just the terrains. Just this terrain. How about that? Well, does that mean you're just gonna bake it only on this one? Because that's what I want. I hope that's what that means. Here's what we'll do. Bake, NavMesh, Unity. Let's see what that gives us. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna bake it for the whole scene at a time, but that kind of sucks. Let me see. That's been going for a minute. It's still 0%. Let me see what we can do. Because we don't need for everything. Okay. What is the extent of this? Can I get the inspector up? Okay, there's this. Oh, that's everything. Okay. Well, we'll turn navigation static off for that. Let me see this one. Where are you? You are over there. Okay, we need you to be static for that. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, that one's fine. How about you? We can work without you. How about this one? Where's that one? All the way over there. You don't need to be navigation static. Navigation static is basically like that's what's going to be considered walkable material in the stuff. Okay, so that kind of needs to be navigation static. How about this one? That definitely needs to be. This one. Oh, not at all. Not even a little bit. All right. Oh, it is only that. Okay, let me see this. Okay, so that does need to be navigation static. Problem is, I don't know how to take that off from the scene floor. how to take it out from down here. You're not going to be walking down there, so we don't need to calculate navigation for all of that. Because see, it has all the navigation down there. It sees all this as walkable material. And it's recalculating that every time, so that's not what you want. Whew. Okay. Areas. They're not walkable. Okay. How do I do it though? Object. Terrains. Well, I suppose we could always just wait for it to finish. It's gonna be a bit frustrating. Just gonna hit bake, see what happens. I can't tell if that's it getting ready to start, or if it's just taking that long to finish 1% of it. Seems good. All right, I guess we'll just leave that and come back to it. In the meantime, let's see what we can do over here. There are, where is that? My desktop. I have a couple games I want to play on stream. You can see them on screen now. Let me make that a little easier to see. View, extra large icons. So, what do you guys think about Wednesday streams? Gonna stream development on Fridays, and we'll play one of these on Wednesday. Not gonna play one right now, but just want to know what you guys think about these. Sure. All right, cool. So, there's that. Some of these are horror games. That's pretty nice. Fits in the theme with our stuff we got going on here. Man, I wish I knew about the navigation issue before the stream started. I would have started this a long time ago. It probably would have been done. In the meantime, can we actually test stuff? Enter, continue baking. That's a stinky. Okay, well, let's see what else we can do in the meantime. Because we can't play the game to actually test it, so I'll have to figure out something else instead. Let's see. Let's put a model in. I found a good model on Mixamo. Mixamo is this site with models and some other stuff. Action Adventure Pack. Okay. Oh, okay. It looks like these are all just, let me see this. Couldn't load 3D model. That's not what I wanted. I guess I'll extract it first. And that's not the model I wanted. Delete the zip. Anyone got any good copyright-free music they want me to put on? Because I'll do that. So yeah, it's just a basic model of a guy. This is gonna be a replacement for Zuck in the short run. Well, we will make our own model for a person, but that's not what this is right now. So, and I believe they did actually put the animations here. Cover to stand. They put it on him, I believe. Nope, they can't load the model. It should be just like a .anim file though. It's an improvement for sure, yeah. Instead of just a bean with Zuck's face on it. Is that the same for all of these? Can't load? Yeah, it should supposed to be like an anim file instead. Let me see. If I go into our models, and what do I do? Yeah, the bean is pretty funny. We do have more plans for like bean related mishaps, but that's not in the near future. Just import him right here. Now, does he use his materials? Fair enough. It's just satisfying to see it come together. I agree. It's pretty cool to see how this all works together. Now, it's not taking the materials. Let me move the background tasks over there. Model rig. It all looks fine, but it's not fine. Okay, let me see if there's actually a glitch real quick for the navigation thing. Building NavMesh stuck at 0%. If that's just straight up not working, then there's no point in waiting for it. Yeah, it's been going for 6 minutes. Is it taking up my resources? No, it's not taking that much. It's taking the most so to anything, but that's because it's a Unity. Technical difficulties, people. Technical difficulties. There we go. After updating to Unity 5.4, I can no longer bake nav meshes, or they take really long to bake. Previously, I could bake terrain in a few seconds. Now when I press bake, it flashes exporting tiles at the bottom right rapidly. No progress on the bar. Okay. So it says, give it some time and it does build. I hope that's true anyway. Trying to bake navigation info into a simple mesh, following the instructions outlined here. We'll take a look at that in a second. Mesh is marked as navigation static. I then go to navigation window, click on the bake button, but nothing happens. If I go to the scene, I find a file called navmesh.asset with some data related to the navigation, but the mesh is not colored blue, as it usually is when navigation is successfully baked. If I create an agent with this navmesh, when I press play, I get an error indicating the navmesh is not valid. Yada 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 yada. It's Unity Pro, which I don't believe is an issue anymore, and that page is missing because that page is from 2012. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the issue with doing things online. Anything online. That is still at 0. So here is what we will do. We'll go into the assets folder. Is there a navigation folder. Is it in terrain? I need NavMesh. There it is. Okay. So this right here, that's the previous NavMeshes. I'm going to cancel this real quick. And I'm going to delete the previous NavMeshes. Okay, we'll keep the one for the test world. And now, maybe it'll be better because it's not trying to overwrite anything. Let's see. Bake. Well, this is a riveting content. Okay, well, since that's going to be locked up for a bit, I think I will run that later. Okay, that's going to be later then. So, what that means is we can't exactly work with Zuck for now, since he is no longer able to move because of the NavMesh issues. What else can we do? He can't walk. Because watch, if I press play, there's not a NavMesh that will work for him. Here, if I do that, set the agent can only be called on an active agent that has been placed on NavMesh. Yep. So there's no NavMesh for him to work. So that is quite unfortunate. I could have just hit clear the whole time. Okay. Well, that was really my whole plan for the day. I'm not sure what else there is to do. I suppose what we can do is start working on another thing real quick. Something new later project. Let's ask the Discord server. Okay, let me take a look real quick. Okay, so I just posted a little thing in the Discord server. Hey guys, as we work more on lure, we're approaching the line of what we can show you without spoiling the game for you. Once we reach the point where we've completed the stream of work in the game, we'd like to know what else you want to see more of as a side project that is only worked on during the streams. Feel free to give us suggestions in #general or on streams. Notification squad. Okay, so basically. If you guys have any ideas what you want us to work on, real quick right now, we can get started on that. Otherwise, because I'm gonna let the NavMesh bake overnight. We can't really. It's not really the kind of thing I want to waste our time on right now. So let's be a bit more productive, do something else with today's stream. Other than that, we'll just go ahead and try out that idea with the whole, like, oh, you're slow, but you're fast and you're facing the right direction thing. All right. Guess we'll go ahead and try out the other thing then. So, this is what it looks like when you started a Unity project for the first time. We'll go and close the other one real quick. Excuse me. Oof. Okay. I can also close that one out. And I'm making 3D scene, 3D sample scene with a universal render pipeline. And what should we call this? This is not going to be the name of the game. It's going to be name of the project. Let's call it like speed or something. Let's go ahead and create it. I believe it'll always. Oh wait, no, I need the newer version, please. Thank you. Yes, change editor version. It's already open. Well, could you unopen it? Why was it created with 2019? That's not right. I don't think that's right. It's just trying its hardest just to open. And it's in light mode because there wasn't a dark mode in Unity 2019. It's going to close you out. Close you out. Please close. Thank you. And now we can switch to a better one. 2021. And we'll just let that open up. Continue, please. Thank you very much. I do apologize. I'm not making this interesting for you guys. Just that whole NavMesh system just completely breaking down. It's going to take a couple hours, so we can't really continue work on Lure. We might take one more stream for that. But yeah, we are rapidly approaching the line of what we want to show you guys before the demo comes out, which is why these are gonna basically stop. But we will continue development, and we'll also develop some other things on stream, very interesting things on stream. And I'm dropping some frames. That's unfortunate. And that was my whole plan for today. Finish the quest. You can see it on the screen today. Finishing first quest. And NavMesh decided, no, nope, not today. Okay, cool. This is opening. And we have dark mode. Cool. Just looks a lot better for Unity, in my opinion. Alrighty, here we are. And go ahead and delete the example assets. And what else do we want to do? We are going to create a cube. Call it ground. Alright, transform is reset already. That's fantastic. And we are going to stretch it. Yoink, yoink. A little more space than that. Fantastic. Okay. There's the ground. And we'll give ourselves a little beam. That'll be our player. Player. Resets transform. Okay, we need to import some stuff real quick. Go to our package manager. What we need is ProGrids, which, as always, is not here for some reason. My assets. There's ProGrids here. It is not. It's built in. I can never find ProGrids. Well, let's install ProBuilder while I figure out why ProGrids isn't working. Pre-release package. I understand. Thank you. Now give me ProGrids. Where is it? Are you going to give me pre-release stuff? If I close it and come back? Am I just not seeing it, guys? com.unity.progrids. Thanks, Unity. Great, there it is. Problem solved. Why is that so frustrating to do? That's so unfortunate. All right, there we go. Okay, we want the ground a little bit lower so that call that -1. Set the player is actually on the ground. We'll call that 0.5. And there we go. Okay, that was unnecessarily complicated. Make them a bit thinner. And we'll put the camera inside. Okay, let's reset the transform real quick. All right, so it's looking that way. Oops. Move you up. And I should just be fine. Okay. I really should make that template. I think we'll do that right now, just make this a template. So let's go ahead and make some scripts. Simple camera controller for me. Did they just already make this for me? Or enable input system in the package. Okay, let's see how well you work. Should just be able to put this on the camera. Okay, mouse sensitivity curve, everything looks, oh, it's already on there. Oops, I added it for no reason. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and run the game. Should just be camera movement in here. And I can't tell if it is. It does not look like it. If we do rotate. Nope, camera's not moving. Okay. Why did I close that? Leave that open. Okay, let's see. Okay. If get mouse button down, it'll lock it. And if you get off the mouse button, it will do none. So it looks like maybe you have to hold down the mouse to actually move the camera, which is kind of weird. Ah, okay. Yeah, that works. It's not exactly what I would have thought to do, but that's a solution. It does work. Oh, and it has made a shortcut for me. Thank you, Simple Camera Controller. I'm not sure where you were imported from, but good job. You just press escape. It instead of it actually having us go up there, it just gets rid of, it takes us out of play mode automatically. So that's pretty neat. That's unexpected, but not unwelcome. Okay, now we just need movement. So create a new script over here. Character. Oh, first we do need a character controller on there. And then player controller. New script. Yes, please. Just always make scripts in the regular assets folder. Move it to the scripts folder. Thank you. Okay. So I'm just going to yoink the movement from Fish Game. Just because I don't feel like retyping everything. And then we'll just call this just the base for templates. We'll duplicate this for later. Hang on. Okay, now that I have closed and reopened this, are you better at doing what you're supposed to do? Nope. Okay. I'll let you run for a couple seconds while I go grab the scripts. There we go. For the player controller. And first things first, it always reformats this for me. The brackets go on the same line as the function being called. Not a new one, the same line. Okay, that's cool. Hop over here. It's a very long script. Public floats, move speed, public floats jump force. You guys don't want to watch me redo all this. Okay, let's see. Don't need this. Need move direction, absolutely. I'm just gonna copy paste it, but there's a lot of stuff that's specific to Lure over there. Private vector 3. No, that's also public. Why is that public? That doesn't need to be public. Vector 3, move direction. Fluid gravity. Okay. It's a bunch of Lure specific stuff. Bunch of Lure specific stuff. Also Lure specific. And that's it. Cool. Okay. In start. Controller equals get component. Character controller. Thank you. Alrighty. We don't need this. Player state equals 0. That's what we need. So we'll make a float. Call it y store equals move direction to y. And the reason we do this is because the value for the directional movement of in the y direction up and down is constantly going down. It's constantly sinking a lot. So that because of gravity, that's the force downward. But because of that, if you step off a ledge, you just kind of teleport to the ground because that's just so much force. Okay, and it would only reset it when you're in the air because that's when y force goes up instead of down. So this saves the value of y whenever you move, and then it'll reapply it afterward because we're going to be changing some stuff. So move direction equals, I will just yoink this real quick. This takes the input from our keyboard or a controller. Controller support is implemented with this line of code here. And then we will clamp it so that we're not going to be, so the whole thing where if you're going one direction, another direction, if you're going, it should be the same speed throughout, right? But if you add it together in the way that we have, then it's going to be, when you go diagonal, it's going to be like this, both of them added together. So it's going to be a lot faster. We don't want that, so it's going to keep it a maximum of 1 with this vector 3 clamp magnitude. Vector 3 clamp magnitude, move direction, comma 1, times move speed. Fantastic. Move direction dot y equals y store. There we go. Alrighty. Don't need all of this. Don't need all of this. Excuse me. We'll add a crouch button later. And we'll do move speed. Half equals, or not half equals, divide equals. Hold on. Okay. We'll get button down here, so it only does it once. Get button down equals 2. So just divide it by 2. And then transform dot local scale equals new vector 3. Then we'll do the opposite for when you let go of the crouch button. Move speed times equals 2, so double it. Let me just copy paste this line real quick. Okay, there's that. What else do we need? Sprinting, right? Okay. I think we can just yoink this. Okay, we need to reference the camera. Public camera cam. FOV speed. Okay. Okay, that's just a value that we set. Public float, FOV speed. Fantastic. Okay, that should be fine now. No? Yes? Is that fine? Ah, okay. I have added an extra thing. No, I have not added an extra thing. I have taken off an extra thing. There we go. No? Is that not fine? Okay, that one's good. Those are fine. This one corresponds to that one, right? No? Why do you correspond? Okay, well, do that instead, no? Okay, we'll just undo until the problem is resolved. Okay, let's see here. We'll just retype it instead. Oh, come on, man. Get out of here. No, cam. Okay, I forgot I got rid of that. Okay. Public camera cam. Excuse me. Don't worry, guys. I'll make it up to you in the next stream. This one. In fact, I might just go ahead and finish up setting up this template. I'll post updates about this project in the Discord server. Man, that navigation mesh, that just really bummed me out. the rest of this whole thing. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.